Dear Santa has been out on Paramount Plus for a couple of months, new Christmas movie with a twist. And that twist is what made me watch it in the first place and unfortunately waste 2 hours of my life. So the story follows a 12-year-old boy named Liam, played by Robert Timothy Smith, who just played Neil, the elephant boy on Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars show. He's a bit of a nerd, a bit unpopular, a bit fat, shy, lacks confidence, has only a single friend at school. The girl of his dreams has a boyfriend and he's afraid to even talk to her. His parents' marriage seems to be falling apart. Since it's Christmas, he decides to write a letter to Santa, which he does not do because of an ongoing belief, but because it's a nice tradition with his mom. So he writes the letter, he mails it, but because he's dyslexic, he actually writes to Satan on it instead of to Santa. And the same evening, the devil, played by Jack Black, shows up and says, "You summoned me, here I am, I will grant you 3 wishes." So I have to say I absolutely love that premise, mixing up Santa and Satan. I think it's a funny idea, and I think you could have done a lot of ridiculous stuff with it if the film went fully insane, zany, adult comedy route. But unfortunately, it doesn't. It seems that on the one hand, it didn't have neither the budget nor the creativity when it comes to writing to really come up with interesting scenarios and funny jokes, and everything feels flat and low effort. And on the other hand, the filmmakers really wanted this to still be a heartwarming Christmas film at the end of the day, which is why the movie tries to do a bit of both and fails miserably. It's not funny, it's not heartwarming, it's not exciting or impressive in any way, it's just a pile of garbage. The jokes are mostly awful. I only chuckled a couple of times, and most of them overstayed their welcome. Like, there's literally a scene in here of a teacher shitting himself at the park, and it just won't end, even though it is absolutely dreadful. All of the jokes are so stretched out, you're thinking to yourself, okay, enough. There's also a Post Malone subplot, which I need to talk about. So the girl of Liam's dreams loves Post Malone, and he wants to take her out to the concert because he's coming to town. Now, each time this was mentioned, and it was mentioned an alarming amount of times, I was like, hang on, they're really going to have a terrible Post Malone cameo, won't they? It's worse, guys. There's a Post Malone concert that just takes over the movie right in the middle, complete with Malone dancing on stage together with Jack Black and the kids in the most cringe-worthy manner you can imagine. I mean, I thought I was having a stroke watching it. And finally, the ending is abysmal. One, it immediately backs out of the only thing that seemed to have any stakes in the film, which is that Liam was supposed to lose his soul after his 3rd wish. And 2, there's a plot twist at one point that Liam had a younger brother who died. And at the very end, Devil Jack Black decides to, out of the goodness of his heart, make one final wish come true, which is to bring the brother back, and essentially everyone acts like he never died in the first place, which not only directly contradicts the wish rules that were established earlier in the film, that you cannot change the past, but it also just feels wrong on every level. Like, there was something to touch on with grief and loss, and they just make it into a plot device, and surprise, your brother is resurrected. Like, I cannot imagine watching it if I was someone who lost a child or a brother, and just, you know, I think I would feel terrible seeing that sort of thing. It doesn't feel right. I don't know who made this choice in terms of the writing. The only positive about the film is Jack Black is his usual entertaining self, which I guess also depends. If you like him, then it is a plus. If not, then whatever. I enjoyed Jack Black, and I tried to enjoy his performance as the devil, but you know, the entire movie around him is just so abysmally bad that I found it barely possible. That's it, folks. Stay away from this one.